Okay, so next chapter is sources of business finance. We have done formation of company before this chapter. Yesterday I shared syllabus with you also for midterm, for UT2. So I hope you might have received that. Social responsibilities in your syllabus, then sources of business finance is in your syllabus, formation of companies in your syllabus regarding BST. And regarding accounts, financial statements, capital and revenue, and trial balance. These all chapters are in your syllabus. So in the previous chapter you have formed the company. Can you tell me all the 4 stages in the formation of company? Yes. Very good. Yes. Very good. Very good. Yes. My question is, in the previous chapter that was formation of company, what are the 4 stages in the formation of company? Okay. Very good. Very good. Yes. So first stage is promotion. Then second stage is incorporation. And then third stage is capital subscription. Means you have formed your company, you have got it registered. Now you need funds for the working of the company. So now when you need funds, that stage is known as capital subscription. And there are various sources of finance available to arrange money for your business. That's why we are doing this chapter. Its name is sources of business finance, from where you can arrange money for your business. What are the various sources, what are the various alternatives available to you for the purpose of financing of your business? That is termed as business finance. So meaning of business finance, what is a business finance? Now see, business finance refers to the money required for carrying out business activity. Business finance refers to the money required for carrying out business activities. It is concerned with acquisition of funds, use of funds, distribution of profits. Whatever the business activities you are doing, each and every activity requires money. How each and every activity requires money? Suppose you want to purchase the goods. So for purchasing the goods, you will need the money. You have to make the payment. Then again, suppose you are purchasing some assets. You are purchasing furniture, you are purchasing building, you are purchasing vehicle for your business. Then this all will be having some cost. You have to pay that cost. For payment, you need money. That is another business activity. Then suppose you are selling goods and you are selling goods on credit. So whenever, suppose you are having 100 rupees goods and that you have given to someone or some of the customers on credit, then again you need to purchase the goods. You will get the money after 1-2 months. Not till then will you wait for the business activity, or will you arrange some more money and you will again purchase the goods. So for that purpose also you need some money for giving goods on credit. You are having employees, you have to pay their salary. For that you need. So these are the various business activities that will require money. Whenever you will be starting your business, you will be requiring money immediately. So now business finance is concerned with acquisition of funds. Acquisition of funds means you have to acquire the funds. And use of funds, when you acquire the funds, then how to use the funds. Some of the part of the funds will go to purchase of fixed assets. Some of the part of funds will go in purchasing of raw materials. Some of the part of the funds will go in maintenance of your assets. Some of the part of the funds will go in expenses. So a lot of uses are there. So business finance is first concerned with how to acquire the fund, then how to use the fund, and then third one is distribution of profits. Now whenever you will be completing your business activity, you will be earning some profit. So how to distribute that profit? Distribute that profit means you are having a number of shareholders. So how much profit I should distribute? That is the decision to be taken. So that is also part of your business finance. Whether I should distribute or not distribute, I should keep all the profits in my business. It should remain invested in my business so that I will be able to generate some more capital which I require in my business for my expansion. So now next is need for business finance. So why I need business finance? I need to start a business. Obviously, when I will be starting a business in the sense for what purpose we are studying this chapter, we are studying this chapter in the terms of company form of business. However, it can be proprietorship, it can be partnership, or it can be HUF, any form it can be. But generally, whatever we are discussing with the point of view of company. So whenever you are starting a company at promotion stage, you have to prepare some documents, you have to file applications with the registrar of the companies for the name approval, then for the certificate of incorporation. So many activities you have to check the feasibility of the project, so that you have to hire experts of different areas. They will tell you what is the feasibility of the business which you are thinking about. So a lot of expenses are to be done. So to start a business, you need some business finance. To start some business activity, you need some business finance. For payment of daily expenses, that I have already explained, that you have to pay the rent, you have to pay the insurance, you have to pay salary to the employees. Lot of expenses are there. You have to pay the electricity bill. Then for expansion of business, if you are starting some new product or you are starting some new branch, so that is called expansion of business. So for that expansion also you need to purchase some assets. You need to hire some employees. You need to pay them salaries. Lot of expenses are to be done. So for purchasing assets, so these are all points we have discussed, that why we need business finance. And in short, we need business finance to complete the business activities. Now classification of financial needs. What are our financial needs? Our financial needs are of two categories. One is fixed capital requirement and one is working capital requirement. So what is fixed capital requirement? Fixed capital is the money invested in fixed assets that you already have done in accounts. That whatever fixed assets we are purchasing, that is for the long run in the business. Now, can you tell me what is long run? Can you tell me the meaning of long run? Yes. Time period greater than 1 year. Yes, obviously. The assets which we are purchasing for more than 1 year is termed as long run. Whatever we are doing for 1 year or whatever we will be uh, consuming in 1 year, that is called for short run. Now, can you name the sum of the fixed assets? Yes. Land, building, machines, vehicle, these all are your fixed assets. So when you will be purchasing any land or any building or any machinery, any vehicle, you will be using that fixed asset at least for next 4 or 5 years in your business. So once you suppose you have purchased a land for rupees 10 lakh, now that 10 lakh rupees got stuck in that land. Until and unless you will sell that land, you will not get back that 10 lakh rupees. So that's why it is called fixed capital is the money invested in fixed assets. So because you have parked your money in a particular asset, land or building or whatever it is, for 4 or 5 years, next 4 or 5 years, and even after 4 or 5 years, your business will be going on. Even suppose you sell the old building after 5 years, previous building, you will be purchasing a new building. You will need new office for that. So it will get stuck into your business till the end of your business, practically. Am I correct? So it remains invested in the business for a long period of time. So we have learned going concern concept in accounts also, that whenever we are starting a business, we assume that our business will always go on. It will never end. So in the company's term of usually the business goes on for next 100 years, 50 years, 200 years. So it will go on forever until and unless the company is closed. So whatever fixed assets you are purchasing, that money you will never get back for your working. It will be there in your fixed assets only. So that's why this money, this you have a requirement of funds for that purpose, that you will be purchasing this like fixed assets in your business for your working. You will be purchasing any building also. You will be purchasing some vehicles also. You will be having some furniture also. And until and unless you close your business, you will need all these assets forever. Now, next requirement is working capital requirement. So, some part of your business assets keeps on changing, keeps on exhausting during the year only. Like suppose you have purchased raw material. Now, with the help of that raw material, suppose you will be able to complete 1 month production. One query is there, but sir, if we sell land after some years, it will give us profit. Obviously, it will give us profit. See, you can purchase land of two types. One land is there on which you have constructed your office building, and one land is there. Just a minute, please. So, one land is there which you have purchased for your office building purpose. Then second type of land is there which you have purchased for investment purposes only, that after the capital appreciation, when the value of land will increase according to my targets, whatever I have set, then I will be selling this land and I will be earning some profit. That is totally investing activity. That is not actually your business activity. So land here means that I am purchasing a land for construction of my office space or for construction of my godown. That land I am discussing. Now it's clear? Okay. So now we are discussing about the working capital requirement. It is the part of total capital which is required for holding current assets. So few minutes back I have given you one example. I will again repeat with some more practical examples. Like suppose you have purchased raw material, and with the help of the quantity of raw material you can carry on your production process for 1 month. So obviously after 1 month your raw material will get finished. Then again you will be requiring new raw material, new quantity of raw material you will require. So again when you will be purchasing the raw material, you will need again money. You will again need money for purchasing of new lot of raw material. And whatever you have produced, suppose in a month you have produced 100 units. Now that 100 units will be sold in the next month. According to your business cycle, you will be able to sell that 100 units in the next month. So again your money will get stacked up for 2 months. Then whenever you are selling it, so you have to give a credit for 2 months suppose. After 2 months you will be getting the money back from your debtors. So means from the purchase of raw material and till the selling of goods, there is a time gap of 4 months. 1 month production process, 1 month it will be in your stock when you will be selling it, then 2 months credit. So at least 3-4 months time is there before it get converted into cash. So you will not sit for 3 months that when I will be receiving cash back, then I will be purchasing new raw material, and then I will start the whole process. You will continue with your process. So next month again you will need to purchase the raw material. Then again next month you will need to purchase the raw material. So that is your working capital requirement. And these all are your current assets, debtors, stock, bank balance, that all need to be maintained properly for your business activities. You have to pay every month salary also, you have to pay every month lot of expenses also. So that is part of liquidity of the business. So you have to maintain that liquidity in the business, that even I am not getting money back from my debtors on time, or I have to give a long period credit, even then I will be able to continue my business. So, but obviously, if you are selling goods on credit for 2 months, you will be able to recover most of the part within 2 months, some of the part within 3 months, some of the part within 4 months, but most of the part you will be recovering within 1 year. So this type of blockages are there regarding funds. Some money will get blocked until and unless the business is getting closed, and some money will get blocked in some of the current assets which will keep on coming to you but after some time. So there are two types of funds you require in your business. One which can remain invested till the end of your business, and one which can help you in continuing your business. So the funds which are remaining stuck into the fixed assets, that will be termed as fixed capital requirement, and the money which remain blocked in the current assets, that will be known as working capital requirement. So now I hope these two concepts are clear. What is fixed capital and what is working capital? Why we need business finance and what is the meaning of business finance? Okay, now we will classify the sources of funds. If I need money, I have a lot of alternatives to arrange the money. Now suppose I give you one practical example before we proceed to this topic. Suppose I borrow some funds from my friend, and he said that I can give you this money for 3 months. I can give you this money for 3-4 months, but not more than that. Should I use that money in purchasing of a land for my office space, or should I use that money in financing of my raw material or my debtors or my stock? Where should I use that money? which I am getting for next 3-4 months from my friend. I've given two options. I've given two options to you. Either you can use that money in purchasing of some land or building or furniture, or you can use that money for the purchase of raw material or giving credit to your debtors. Yes, correct answers are coming. Yes, very good. Very good. Very good. Obviously, I have received that money for next 3-4 months. If somehow, with the help of that money, I would have purchased land that I need for next 10 to 20 years in my business, then how I will be able to pay that money back to my friend? I will not be able to pay that money back. But if I purchase raw material and I know that my business cycle is for next 3-4 months, after 3-4 months I will be receiving money back. So then I can use that money for my working capital requirement. But if my friend is ready to give me that money for 10 years or 20 years, then obviously I can use that money for my fixed capital requirements. Because after that time I will be able to pay back, because then I will be getting my money back also, either from my profits or from the selling of land. Till that time I will be able to generate sufficient profits and I will be able to pay the money back. So this is all classification of sources of funds. I have just given a little hint. Tomorrow we will be discussing this topic, not today. Today we have done a short part of it, and if you will put some efforts, you will be able to learn them easily. So try to do an effort of how to learn the things. Now start learning, because you need lot of technical words, lot of technical content which you need to write in your answers with examples also. You are not in a habit of writing examples, you are not in a habit of writing the points, answers are to the up to the points only, whatever the question is asking. You are not in a habit of writing answers in points form. Lot of practices has to be done in this particular year, so that you will be able to complete each and every activity next year. When you will keep on revising these topics on daily basis, these will be easily learned.